YouTube, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Faisal the Great One, and I promise I'm not here to rant too much, right? I'm not here to shit on the company. I'm actually really enjoying wrestling right now. It is officially WrestleMania season, right? I'm not here to shit on the company. However, I do just have a mini rant because I just don't know. I don't get certain things that goes on with the current product, right? And I want to start off with what happened on Monday Night Raw a few nights ago, man. It all started with Bianca winning the Elimination Chamber this past Sunday. I mean Saturday rather, which was expected. I was like, yes, she should win the Elimination Chamber because obviously you're going to isolate the Naomi situation with Jade Cargill. I got a video on that coming out soon as well. But you want to work on that as you go, right? And with the respective world heavyweight champion, well, SmackDown and Raw Women's Championships that they've had in the past, they've had their stare downs. This match was supposed to happen at the last time that WWE went to Allegiant Stadium. I believe that was at SummerSlam 2021. And I think it might have was supposed to happen for SummerSlam 2022 or one of the Money in the Bank shows. It was either way, this match was supposed to happen, right? And they had their stare downs. They had the times where there's some sort of tension. There was some sort of tension leading up to Survivor Series War Games this past November. Like the seeds have been planted long enough, and I don't understand what the plan is, man. And on Raw, Io Sky did beat Rhea Ripley for the women's world title, and she as I had spoken about in the Gunther video, right? Like her confidence is the reason why she lost the match, right? Like she saw Bianca, cheering on Io Sky because she wanted her to get back into the ring. She didn't want the match to go, she didn't want the match to end by a count out, right? And Rhea took it as like, oh, like, you don't want to face me at WrestleMania? What's your problem? And, to a certain extent, it's kind of weird because it's like, Rhea, like, do you kind of have an issue facing Io because you're having such a hard time right now, right? She's obviously never beat Io as well, which was another story that they had brought into Monday Night Raw, right? Like Rhea Ripley has never beaten Io Sky. However, my only issue with this is she wins the match. Why are we not having this one-on-one match, bro? Like, now, obviously, if you're gonna have Rhea Riptide Io from the top rope after she was laying down that long, that would have been the Triple H Booker T treatment, right? Like, we don't need any more of that. That would have been crazy. She was laying on her back for X amount of time, and she goes in the ring and still has enough time to hit the riptide before she gains conscience to reverse it. Like that would have been insane. But to me, it's just like WWE has this thing where they like to save matches for down the road, and I just have an issue with this because I don't understand why you're waiting. The company is as hot as it ever has been. You have NXT, which while they don't want to say it, it's their developmental system, which they have female wrestlers, women's wrestlers coming up the wazoo. Like once they get to the main roster, as you saw Roxanne Perez this past Saturday as well, they do shine. So it's not like the women don't know what they're doing once they get to the main roster. If anything, I feel as though that they are the only ones that still remain with the NXT background that they had, bringing that modern aspect to the main roster outside of Tiffany Stratton, but she's a whole another topic for another day. I just feel as though that we've been waiting for this money match, right? Like Bianca and Rhea is supposed to be your Rock Austin of the modern era, for at least on the women's side, right? Why are they not pulling the trigger? And to me, it's weird because I just feel as though that Hunter loves his Rhea Ripley, right? We know this, that she's the modern day China. Like obviously he was we know he loves him some Rhea Ripley, as we all do, right? But my issue is, dude, like you can't, if you're scared that Rhea's gonna lose and you don't want Rhea to lose clean, that's on you, bro. She's had a women's world title reign already. They squandered it. They didn't do anything with it. Now, I understand, you might have been like, well, who was there in the women's division for her to face? And I know that Triple H was still dealing with Vince's roster and, the lack thereof of building of stars for the females. But it's like, dude, it's been a full year now, right? Like, you can build these other ladies for other talent. Like, Liv Morgan is now one of them ones, right? Like, she's one of them ones now. Like, she's literally the MVP of the last Elimination Chamber match. But it's just like, they have this thing when it comes to keeping a match for later on down the road or kicking the canister like down the road. And I just don't understand the benefit of that, right? WWE is the hottest ticket in town anywhere they go. And, you know, the biggest town that they're leading up to is Las Vegas, right? April 19th, April 20th. Like, they are leading up to WrestleMania 41. And it's like, to a certain extent, it just feels like they're holding back on some things, bro. And this is one of the matches. Another match is Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. I feel like that match was right there. However, what they're doing with John Cena and the final boss, I do enjoy that as well. So I'm not gonna shit on that because I am enjoying it. But it's just like, dude, like it's right there. Rhea Ripley, I'm sorry. As much as she would have more to gain by winning than Bianca would, and it has nothing to do with Bianca being my favorite women's wrestler. It's just facts. Like she would have more to gain. It's like Triple H doesn't want to have Rhea Ripley look bad, and I'm telling you right now, this is going to lead to the triple threat match. Obviously, unless they have like a hot potato thing where Rhea asks for a rematch versus Io and she beats her clean, which I think that would be bullshit because then at that point you have no choice but to shoehorn Io into the match versus shoehorning Rhea Ripley into the match. Like it's very much so an easier thing to add her to the match as time goes on than it is Io. So maybe that's the reason why they went that route because Io already has a language barrier. If she's the champion, she's just in the match. Like it's up to y'all to figure that out, right? Like that's not really Io's decision on adding another person to the match. But it's just like just have the one-on-one match. Like Triple H doesn't want Rhea Ripley to lose clean. And I'm telling you right now, in that triple threat match, Bianca will pin Io Sky. And the reason why they don't want to have Bianca lose, why? It's because she has an undefeated streak at WrestleMania. And her biggest opponent, or the next two biggest opponents she's supposed to have, is supposed to be Rhea Ripley, and it's supposed to be Charlotte Flair. Now, if you want to deal with having Bianca win the match now so that you can make the streak an actual thing in the next upcoming year, you have her win this triple threat match, because it will be a triple threat. Or what it should have been, you have her beat Rhea Ripley, then you get to WrestleMania 42, that's going to be in New Orleans. She faces Charlotte. I'm sorry, she beat Charlotte too. Like that way, Charlotte could talk about that streak in her dynasty. Oh, well, your streak is going to meet the queen and, you know, you're not going to win, yada, 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 right? And it'll be kind of crazy because then Charlotte Flair will be losing three back-to-back WrestleMania title, matchups. But I mean, hey, man, that's just the love of the game. There's no reason why Bianca Belair isn't in a one-on-one match beating Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania this upcoming April. But that's all I gotta say on this, guys, man. Let me know if I'm wilding. Let me know if you guys feel the same way. It's been your boy Faisal, the Great One. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out, bruh.